Hello, everyone, and good evening, as we are once again at Genthert Field for tonight's softball game. My name is Thomas St. Joseph, once again joined by Maura Boys, as we will bring you Haverford versus Ridley. Maura, you want to kick us off here? Tell us a little bit about the matchup we're expecting today.
Yeah, so Haverford's coming into this 12-3, and they are 11th overall in the PIAA. And then Ridley's coming into this 11-1, and they are coming in 8th in the PIAA. So Ridley's a big hitting team. They hit a lot of home runs, especially a lot of triples, a lot of doubles. And they don't seem to have the greatest defense, but they make up for it with, like, almost every game double-digit numbers on offense.
Well, yeah, so as you said, or as you maybe didn't say, Haverford is 12-3 going up against the 11-1 Ridley Raiders, or what's their new?
The Ridley Green Raiders.
Are they the Ridley Green Raiders now? I thought they
No, I think
changed their
that's
name.
still it.
Well, anyway, Ridley is 8th overall in PIAA 6A division. Haverford sits at 11th right now, so we are expecting a tight matchup, unlike a few of the games this year. Weather report really quickly. Good rain, quite overcast, quite chilly. Winds blowing in around straight in from center field, but not enough to really make the flags act up, so we'll see if that really plays any effect. It is supposed to be humid according to the Weather Channel, but if it is, we do not feel it.
Yeah.
And we'll be back at the start of this game. So thank you for joining us for our brief pregame, and we'll be back in a minute. So we are back just briefly as the umpires are meeting with the team captains, and I'm going to read off the starting lineups here. So starting for Ridley, hitting first, Torrance, the pitcher. Hitting second, Gordon, the center fielder. Hitting third, the shortstop, Mieneman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think.
Hitting fourth, the catcher, McLaughlin. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, Schaefer. Hitting sixth, the right fielder, Senko. Hitting seventh, Smith, the first baseman. Hitting eighth, DeMarco in left field. And then hitting ninth, I think that is Benedict, who's playing second.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Ingram leading off for the Fords today. She'll be in right field. Gavigan hitting second. She's playing shortstop. Hitting third, Gracia Chetto, the pitcher. Hitting fourth, Annabelle Canesi at first. Hitting fifth, Megan Kent in center. Hitting sixth, Maddie Culbertson, the third baseman. Hitting seventh, Lucy Ardisi in left field. Hitting eighth, Sarah Hubley at second. And hitting ninth, Morgan Barrett, the catcher. So, anything you think about the Fords lineup? Once again, we're seeing Megan and Maddie switch just slightly, just sort of swap for each other for the second game we broadcasted in a row.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best. I like this lineup. I think it's a really solid lineup, especially because I think with Kylie, Shannon, Grayson, Annabelle, you're looking at not only like runners on base, but potentially runs and people in scoring position. So it's good that you have somebody like Megan Kent who has a lot of like sack RBIs so far this season because she hits pretty consistently to shallow center field. I don't think she's hit anywhere else pretty much the entire season. And most teams don't seem to get to the ball in time. So if you have a runner in scoring position, it's pretty easy for her to get somebody in for the score. Maddie Culbertson's kind of a toss-up. She either has really big games or kind of really slow games. So I think it's good to kind of keep her in that middle bottom of the lineup just because if something big happens, you know, she is in a good position to to get people to score. And then the bottom of the lineup is kind of the part that switches periodically. I think this is a pretty good rendition. Lucy Ardizzi, when she's played, has been pretty good at hitting. She's been getting a lot of singles, doubles. She's very fast, yes. Same thing goes for Sarah Hubley. Sarah Hubley's very good at getting on base because she's typically a bunter and a slapper, and she's very, very fast. And then Morgan Barrett's been having a little bit of a slow season, but I think having her at the bottom of the lineup, if she can draw some walks, that'll set up really nicely for Kylie and Shannon at the back at the top.
And Morgan's been able to make up for the slow offensive season with her defensive output, which has been relatively fantastic.
Definitely, yeah.
As the Fords defense has generally been all year, there are a lot of teams we've seen who have had quite weak defenses who kind of get, like the last game we saw, I think it was Harriton, they were at a million miscues on defense.
Yeah.
Multiple Fords runs came off of poor plays at short, at second, in left field. And the Fords did a great job capitalizing, obviously. That's how they were able to win that game relatively easily. Tonight, probably won't be the same.
Yeah.
We're expecting a lot tighter matchup tonight, so
yeah,
we should be in for a good game.
Yeah.
Ciachetto obviously pitching, going up against Torrance. Is she a senior? That was
I
your
believe
pre-scouting
so.
report. So two seniors. No, sorry, a senior and a junior going up against each other.
Yes. And then the Fords and Ridley have played each other once so far this season. It was actually Ridley's first game of the season. The Fords lost by only a point. It was a 7-6 game, so lots of runs scored on both ends. And that's typically kind of what you see from Ridley. They score a lot of runs at once, and then kind of the teams kind of inch back, but they can never really get all the way there because Ridley's just constantly adding on runs. Like I said, lots of homers, but I will say defensively for Ridley, their right fielder and their catcher have incredible arms. And so it's going to be interesting to see if they can hold up tonight against this Fords offense.
And leading off for Ridley, Torrance, the pitcher. And the first pitch from Ciachetto. Right down there for strike one.
Ridley is hyped up. Do you see them in the dugout, Thomas? It reminds me of that video of all the sorority girls like clapping and like chanting.
The pitch hit the third foul. Looks like she got that one off the top of the bat. Not much on that hit. Moira sort of in a dead spot here, so she had no clue.
I cannot see the third baseman.
Slide over a little bit or slide that way.
Yeah, it's going to have to be this way.
Yeah. 0-2 count here. The pitch to Torrance. Hit in the air, but it's not going to get past second base. And that will be a pop out there. So Torrance will get out quickly on 3 pitches. Up to hit now for Ridley. Gordon, the center fielder. The pitch. High. Ball 1. 1-0 count. The pitch. Popped up. That one's going to go foul. Ooh, almost hit a fan there. Bounced off the yellow warning track little safety thing so no one impales himself on the fence. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the first. The pitch from Ciachetto. Swung on, hit the third. Culbertson scoops it up and throws to the first. And a nice stretch there by Canese to get the out. So out number 2. Quickly, Ciachetto making light work so far at the top of the order.
Yeah, from what I can tell from what Ridley's posted on their Twitter, actually, from like their game highlights, is they kind of spread their big hitters out. Gordon is one of their biggest hitters, so she's already out. Another one is Sunoco, who's going to come up later in the lineup. She's also a big hitter.
Up to hit is McMenamin. I believe that is how our stats people interpreted that name, so that's how we will go with it. The pitch, hit back to Ciachetto, and she'll throw her out at first. So quick 1-2-3 inning for the Fords, and we will head to the bottom of the first. Score still 0-0. Leading off for the Fords, Kylie Ingram. She'll step into the box. Our corner infielder's in. Catcher looks like she's switching out her glove, I think. No, maybe not. She's just, getting one of the sleeves with the pitches on it.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
That would be helpful, yeah. So here we go. Ingram steps in again. Again, corner infielder's in. Second baseman playing way back. First pitch low and away, ball one. Clearly, Ridley did their scouting report, or at least remember from the last game, knowing that Ingram is generally a slap hitter or doesn't exactly put a ton of power on her hits.
Yeah.
1-0 count. The pitch swings and misses. One count here. The pitch. I think that was a ball, and it was. 2-1 count there. Ingram showed slap there. The pitch in the dirt. That one will skip. So 3-1 here. Ingram's working the count well. Shannon Gavigan on deck. Gracie Acheto in the hole right now. Pitch. She hits that one to first. Stopped. And bang, bang at the plate. But the first baseman will get her out.
Just barely.
Really nice play by Smith. Smith got down on one knee for Ridley and just barely, but did still beat Ingram out. Yeah. So up to hit, Shannon Gavigan, after what was seemingly not the strongest first at-bat for Torrens on the mound there. You saw something I didn't, but
No, I've just been looking through, and Torrance is, I think, like their third pitcher,
The pitch to Gavigan, way up high, ball one.
which I think is interesting because they have Sophia Fiore pitching most of these games. She's not playing tonight, or she's in as a sub, but yeah, I think that she's the second or the third pitcher. She's definitely not the ace though.
That one called a strike. So 1-1 count here with 1 out. Again, as you said, we're not expecting the best. Well, both teams are really on what is effectively their second or third pitcher here. The pitch to Gavigan. She hits that one, but off the hands and pops it up in the shallow right. And it's dropped. And that will be, that's an error. That's
got to be.
There's really no other way around about that one. As we said, Fords have played quite a few teams with a bunch of defensive miscues, and that one just had no movement on it. It just died.
It almost looked like it just slipped through her, like the thumb part of her glove. That was confusing. It looked like she had it. It made the big noise it makes when somebody catches something like that. But
yeah, so Gavigan on first now with Ciochetto up to hit. Only 1 out. The pitch. Gavigan steals, and it's going to get hit hard by Ciochetto in the center. Past the center fielder. Gavigan should score. She will. Ciochetto's going to stop at second. An RBI double for Grace Ciochetto on one pitch here, and the Fords will take a 1-0 lead. So that error in right field, pretty costly there.
Definitely.
Ridley.
I was surprised it was her, too, because there were a couple errors during warm-ups, but she looked completely solid all warm-ups. She was making incredible throws, great catches.
Up to hit, Annabelle Canese. So runner on second, 1 out. The pitch, Canese hits that one hard, but just down the third baseline. Coach Newman.
He had to do a
Happy
jig.
feet down there at third base. Get out of the way. Oh, 1 count here, I believe. Unless there was another pitch that hasn't been put up on the scoreboard. There wasn't. So 0-1 count here, 1 out. Runner on second for the Fords. The pitch. That one skips in the dirt. Ciochetto's going to get the third, and the catcher completely lost that one.
Yeah, I'm curious about what happened with that one because it almost looked like it hit off of her. So usually when that happens, you kind of feel more where it's going. She just thought it went behind her.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Runner on third now. That one in there for a strike. So 1-2, 1 out.
Yeah, that was pretty solid right across the knees. So I think that's kind of a good decipher for this game of kind of where this umpire strike zone is going to be.
The pitch. Canese hits that one hard. Going. And that ball is gone. Annabelle Canese with a 2-run blast to deep right field. Fords are going to go up 3-0 there. And that one got out quick.
I for a hot second, I didn't even think she was going to hit that one. It hit the very end of her bat. And to get something to go that far when you're hitting that spot on your bat, you have to hit it hard. And she's a power hitter, but I mean, that was incredible.
To go.
Yeah.
Caught by the trees there.
I know you were talking about the difference between the reserve and here. That's gone everywhere.
Cold night not affecting the Fords' power tonight. So, quick 3-0 lead here.
Megan Kent, another power hitter up. Like I said, she pretty consistently hits to shallow center field.
And that the first pitch to Kent swung on and missed. And there you go. It's the first home run I got to call in 2 years.
Woo! Yay! Well, first out of the park.
Well, yes. That one way up high, bounced off the pad. I think this should be a 1-1 then, with 1 out.
Yeah. I still can't believe that most of this team doesn't wear batting gloves.
Especially on days like today where it's quite nippy out. The pitch. Up high. So ball 2.
Yeah, that's another pitch where I'm almost a little surprised that one wasn't a strike, but it looks like the zone's going to be more bottom of the letters to tops of the knees. Which, I mean, if you're a pitcher, is kind of on the smaller end, but...
And that one skipped. Of course, doesn't matter how small the strike zone is if you don't cross the plate. So
yeah.
3-1 count. 1 out, no runners on. And that one will be up high, and Kent will walk. So runner on first for the Fords with only 1 out. And Maddie Culbertson up to hit. So 1 out, runner on first. Fords already scored 3 in the top of the first here. The pitch. In there for a strike. Real late strike call, though, unless he's yelling it.
I think, yeah, he's yelling.
He's yelling it and then making, we just can't hear it because...
Well, I mean, I can vaguely hear it. You're a little bit farther away from the window, though, so...
Right now, the box that we were in is shut down like Fort Knox because it is, as I said, quite cold. The pitch. Lobbed in there. Throw behind the runner.
Ooh! That was
in there
close.
safely. Not a great throw from the catcher, I won't lie. She kind of rainbowed it and a few feet short.
Once again, all these people I was, talking up before the game, she was making on-the-dot throws to second every time. But, I mean, it is hard coming right out of your stance when you're not really prepared for it.
And the pitch. Up high again. Kent teasing the catcher a little bit there. I believe it's a 2-1 count here. The pitch. Throw back again. Really nice slide by Kenta to get back.
Yeah, the first time her hand got kind of stuck in, where the dirt kind of mounds up around the base, but that one just glided.
So 2-2 there. I think. No, I'm sorry, 3-1. Scorekeeper Christopher Wentz, HSM's own, falling behind a little bit there. So 3-1. Count. 1 out, runner on first. The pitch. Culbertson hits that one hard to short. They're going to look at second, and then the throw off the bag at first. Everyone is safe. Questionable decision there by the shortstop. I thought she had enough time maybe to kick it. I think she had enough time to kick it to second.
She most definitely had enough time to get it to second. I honestly think if she would have just thrown to second right away, because her second baseman was there. It wasn't necessarily that her second baseman was, running behind. She was there. And I think had she turned to second immediately, they could have turned to one probably for a double play. Because Kent kind of almost slowed down like she knew it was coming. She almost went for the slide at one point when she thought the ball was coming.
Yeah, it looks like she didn't even run immediately, too. It looks like she didn't really pick it up until she saw the shortstop turn.
Yeah.
Which, again, just feels like another display of poor fielding from a team the Fords are playing.
Yeah.
So we'll have a mound visit right now. You have anything else to add?
Well, I was going to say, I had noted before, when me and Thomas were talking before the game, that their shortstop had made a couple of really strange errors during warm-ups. She was dropping the ball a lot. She couldn't have seemed to keep it in her glove. She
sort of very mental.
Yeah.
Not really just pure, not like she's just missing it. She just can't get there. It was just little.
Yeah, she was getting there every time. She was setting up perfectly, and then it was one of her throws died halfway through. She dropped something. Yeah. Very strange errors. So it's definitely probably, like you said, mental. And that's kind of something that if you're a shortstop especially, you kind of got to snap out of immediately because everything happens so fast.
Lucy Ardizzi, the left fielder, up to hit with runners on first and second and only 1 out here. The pitch. Oh, right on the elbow. And that will load the bases. She is very happy after that. I would not. I would not be as pleased if I caught an upside right in there too. Like that
Yeah,
one was
that one ricocheted too. It hit her
tight
elbow,
off
it
the
hit her
other,
legs. Yeah.
infielders in, 1 out, bases loaded for Sarah Hubley. The first pitch to Hubley. Low, ball 1. There's no way that catcher's going to throw that on third base, right? There's no way they're going to, based on how this inning has
Absolutely
gone
not.
and the multiple defensive miscues, there's no way they're going to risk that.
No,
right?
and especially because she's thrown down Megan Kent, 3 times already? I don't think it's happening.
The pitch, that one in there for a strike. Sarah Hubley charged at it again, looking for the slap, as she does. The pitch.
Oh, I think they're saying she tipped it.
Yeah, they're going to say it hit the bat, and it did sound
It
like
did hit the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it hit the bat, and I kind of thought she was getting away with it for a second, but
Oh, almost. Well, it probably also hit her and the bat.
no, just
Hit her at all,
she.
just hit the bat?
So
Well, I know
when
what she
she's
did.
slapping, she holds it very
holds it-
far to her shoulder,
Yeah.
and it hit like right above her head,
above
very
her head,
tip
yeah.
of the bat.
I was going to say, umps are convening anyway, but that should
It was
be
pretty obvious.
Should be
Yeah.
a strike. Yeah, I thought it sounded very obvious as well. It was like a...
I think Coach Newman actually told her like get back in the box because he wasn't even trying to debate that one.
So, I think that should be 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Bases loaded for Hubley. The pitch. Hubley swings and misses, and she'll strike out. So that'll be out number 2 of this inning. Morgan Barrett up to hit.
Yeah, I feel like Morgan's probably right now, she's gotten a lot of hit by pitches this season, and she's gotten walked a pretty decent amount of times. And the way this game's going right now, I think if she's careful enough with the pitches she chooses to swing at, she could probably get walked.
The pitch. Oh, called strike 1. That one looked a little low.
Yeah, that did not look like the ump's been pretty consistent about very bottom of the knees, and it looked like it came in at the shins for that one.
Ball 1. 1-1 count there. The pitch. In the dirt, it will skip. So 2-1 count there. Barrett still hasn't swung at a pitch. The pitch. Just off away from her feet. So that'll be ball 3. 3-1 count for Morgan Barrett with the bases loaded and 2 outs here. Ford's looking to get another run in by any means. Well, obviously you want to keep scoring. You don't want to end this inning. But either way, they will be back to the top of the lineup in the second inning. And that one down the middle will be strike 2. So full count for Barrett. I don't think she swung at a pitch yet.
No, but I mean, she definitely shouldn't have swung at that one, so
No.
thank God she didn't.
Don't swing. Yeah, don't swing through your run unless it's an absolute meatball. And the pitch, Barrett swings and fouls it off. She'll stay alive. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. And it's still only the first inning. The pitch from Torrens. Swung on and missed, and Barrett will strike out. That will end the inning. Fords leave the bases loaded, but they score 3, and we'll be back with the top of the second. Leading off the second for Ridley, number 23, McLaughlin. Popped it up. Back. Watch the cars.
Ooh, I think that hit the stairs.
Did that hit the stairs?
I think it hit the stairs. Me and Thomas were obviously protected by this wonderful booth, but the booth was...
My car, my mom's car, I'm gonna be in deep trouble.
I'm actually parked like a space away from you, so...
So, second pitch in there for a ball. So, 1-1 count here, no outs. The pitch. Hit hard in the center, but not that deep. Just a long, loud fly out there, and Megan Kent settles under it. Makes the snag.
Yeah, that's another one of their big hitters out.
Up to hit, Schaefer, the third baseman. So 1 out here. The pitch in the dirt, it will skip, so ball 1. The pitch. That one popped up. And it's going to die in no man's land there. Gavigan gets there, slips a little bit, but gets up in time. So she'll run the ball to Ciachetto. It's a single there. Kind of, well, as I said, just died in shallow center.
Yeah, I feel like that was also a little bit of a communication issue. They all went in really hard for it and all kind of had to hit the brakes at the same time. But, yeah.
I don't think that would have been caught anyway. The way that the middle infielders were shifted, Megan's way deep in center there, and they both Gavigan and Hubley were shifted hard, and that one hit down the third base line, but just foul. Senko up the hit. Popped up. I think that's going to hit our roof. Ooh. Just in front of us. So that'll be 0-2 count now. 1 out. Runner on first for Ridley.
Yeah, Senko's kind of the home run maker for Ridley so far, especially later in this season, so. But doesn't seem like she can really get a handle on any of Ciachetto's pitches right now.
Well, she's fouled both off. And that one fouled straight down, just on top of it. Timing looked good. Probably would hit that one up the middle, but
yeah, she can't seem to find the location.
On top. Yeah. She's just off on all these pitches because she's first one hit hard down the third baseline. Second one, not the strongest pop up, but again, that's more of a timing thing. And that one just on top too. The pitch, and she swings the off speed. Got her. She bit way hard.
Yeah,
swung way early, and that'll be. I believe that's Ciachetto's first strikeout of the night. Might be the second.
I think it's the second. Yeah, because there was definitely a strikeout in that first inning.
And that'll get 2 outs here with Smith up to hit. Runner on first still. The pitch. I think that was called a ball. That one hit third. Throw the first by Culbertson in time. And that will retire the side. 1 runner left on for Ridley. And we will head to the bottom of the second. Ford's up 3-0. Here we are in the bottom of the second now, leading off Kylie Ingram. And yes, that is the same person who led off the first inning for the Fords. The pitch up high. Ball 1 there. 1-0 count. The pitch. Ingram hits that one back up. Oh, almost a great diving play by the shortstop. A really good job by number 11, McMenamin, to knock it down. But Ingram safe at first there. I think that would count. I think that's a hit. I think you would score that as a hit because that ball was hit so hard. McMenamin.
It only hit the tip of her glove anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, she did a great job knocking it down, though, because that could have very easily been a double if the center fielder doesn't charge that right. So runner on first now, no outs for the Fords. Shannon Gavigan up to hit. The pitch. She hits it off the edge of the bat, just foul. Looks like she made up her mind in a swing before that pitch was really in the zone. But as well, it looks like she might be trying to target that little third base line there. The third baseman is playing way in, and the shortstop is really shifted over towards second. The pitch up high. Ball 1, so 1-1 count now.
Yeah, Thomas, you had said something to me about this pitcher's pitching motion, how you hadn't, it looked kind of strange to you. But I will say, just looking at it, I kind of recognize it as this was a very popular pitching motion.
That one in there for a strike.
This was a very popular pitching motion in the tournament team pitchers when I was younger. So my guess is she probably got it. She probably played tournament when started off a little bit younger and just kind of kept the motion because, yeah, I believe it's to help open up the hips in the beginning of your motion was kind of the premise for it.
And that one in there, I think it will be a ball. It will. So 2-2. Gavigan stays alive. Runner on first for the Fords. The pitch. Gavigan fouls it off. Went down and got it. So she'll stay alive.
Something else I just think is interesting is she doesn't cover the ball when she's setting up her pitches. She rotates them, because that's pretty normal. You rotate them on your hip to get the gripping and stuff, but she doesn't cover it at all. So I mean, if you're one of the catchers or if you're the pitcher like Ciachetto, you can pretty easily recognize what she's about to throw.
And that one thrown up high, so Shannon Gavigan will work the full count here. Something she did amazingly last year at the leadoff position. Full count. Runner on first, no outs. Bottom of the second, the pitch. Gavigan hits that one to short. Still looked like she had plenty of time to turn to and didn't even think about it. So she'll get Gavigan out at first, but lead runner advances to second.
Yeah, definitely a lot of missed opportunities for double plays or just potential double plays at least. Because the Ford starting lineup is quick, but some of these have been a lot of time.
Hit really hard in this. And what I don't get is the second baseman was right there. That's an easy flip.
Yeah,
it's not like she had to catch it and then turn quickly. She was already there.
Yeah, their second baseman's doing an incredible job backing up second base.
Gracie Ciachetto up to hit. She swings. That one way off speed, way slower than most of the pitches we saw today, which is why Ciachetto got way out in front of it. So runner on second now. Only one out, one strike to Ciachetto. Bottom of the second. The pitch. That one low for a ball. 1-1 count. One out, runner on second. The pitch. That one skips. Catcher comes out a little bit just to stare down Ingram at second, but that will make this a 2-1 count.
Yeah. I almost kind of feel like her stepping out's counterproductive to her right now because Ingram's so quick that if she's stealing, she's kind of trying to run around a little bit.
And that one hit by Ciachetto off the hands. The throw down to first in time. Ingram's coming in the third, and a great slide to be safe at third. So once again, the lead runner advances, and Annabelle Canese with the absolutely mashed home run. The absolutely mashed home run by Canese. So 2 outs, runner on third, Annabelle Canese up to hit.
It's going to be interesting.
The pitch to Canese. That one skipped. If that ball gets by, do you think Ingram potentially goes or runs home or tries to steal home?
Stealing at Genther's kind of difficult.
Because of the pad,
Yeah.
And that one hit. Bouncer. It's misplayed by the third baseman, and Canese's going to get an RBI. But, again, I think that one's an error. You had the shortstop backing you up. Anyway, another run scores. Fords are going to go up 4-0 now with Megan Kent up to hit. And Canese knocked one in there.
Yeah.
One way or another.
A home run, a single with 3 RBIs right now, I think. Yeah. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, again, I would count that as an error over a single. But.
Yeah. I don't know. It was hit pretty hard, though. I feel like that's kind of the vague area.
The pitch, that one up high. It's Kent. 1-0 count now. Runner on first, 1 ball, 2 outs, and that one hit by Kent really hard. That's a home run if it stays fair, but it curved so far foul. And that one just went all the way down. Wow. She absolutely smashed that ball.
Yeah, athletic director Mr. DeCina came in here earlier and said that he's going to have to order some more softballs, and I think he might be right.
They did retrieve that one, though, it seems like.
Oh.
And that one popped up.
The roof?
I think that would just be back and foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Megan Kent. Annabelle Canese at first. Maddie Culbertson on deck. The pitch. Up high again, 2-2 now.
Yeah, I mean, if Megan Kent can kind of hit the sweet spot on her bat, this is going far.
Yeah. The pitch from Torrance. Kent swings early, and that one got her with the off speed, and that will end the inning. Fords score 1, and they'll go up 4-0 here as we will head to the top of the third. The first pitch from Ciachetto. That one golfed to Gavigan. She scoops it up on the bounce and the throw of the first. And they're going to be safe.
Ooh.
First of all, I think she would have beat that throw out. Anyway, it was close. Second of all, though, Annabelle Canese sort of tippy-tapping with her feet, trying to get in position there to make the stretch. So.
I don't agree at all. I think Annabelle Canese caught that by a pretty good margin. Because something about Annabelle Canese, she's very good at stretching for them. And I think pretty definitely she caught that before she was there. Because also, I don't know why, especially I'm noticing with these Ridley runners, they're kind of jumping to get to first. And I think she was probably midair or taking a leap before she even stepped on bag.
Well, up to hit, bottom of the order, that bunt, and she'll bunt it foul. Let's see, that is Benedetto. At least that's how our stats people interpret it.
Now that I think about it, that's a really good camera angle, actually, to catch that play now that I'm looking at what you guys are looking at home.
Swung on and fouled back. So 0-2 here. No outs. That single or error. Again, we don't really... We're not the score.
Gray area, yeah.
Made by DeMarco. And I believe the Phillies just lost on a walk-off grand slam by Max Muncy. Okay, well.
Laugh through the pain.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first for Ridley here. The pitch to Ciachetto, or from Ciachetto, I'm sorry. Up high, so ball 2.
Ooh. Ciachetto's pitching absolute heat today. I feel like I just need to add. These are coming in very, very fast.
The pitch. Ooh, that one was...
Called a ball again, I think.
I think the batter thought that was a strike based off her initial reaction.
I think she thought the one before that was a strike, too.
It looked like she, I'll be honest, it looked like she leaned in and squatted a little bit just as that pitch came in. So full count now. The pitch hit back to Gavigan. Gavigan looks to turn 2 and just throws it just low. Nobody's backing up, and the runner will advance to third. So runners on the corners for no out, with no outs here. Not the best start to this inning, but and really turned over the lineup. So Torrens will be batting.
That was
no outs and runners on the corners.
A really strange way. Benedetto, when she swung, she kind of just let go of her bat mid-swing and just kind of let it fly, which I thought was weird, but...
And Gavigan tried to turn 2 there, just a little low, and Hubley coming in wasn't able to make the play. That one thrown up high. Runner does not go. Again, if I'm Ridley, I send her. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm taking off.
I don't understand why you don't. I always like the runner runner on the corners. You don't have any outs. Just go for it. It's not like you're going to lose that runner at third.
I mean, you might as well just jog there. Like, you're very rarely going to get the throw down on that.
Middle infielders also playing kind of off. She shows bunt. They'll throw it down the second, and they won't, actually.
Yeah.
Which is the right move, obviously, because...
That was definitely a fake out to try and get the runner at third.
Because DeMarco, who's at third, came halfway down the baseline there.
Yeah.
Because
that could have been a very, very good way to catch her in a pickle.
Well, the problem was Culverton was all the way down the line due to the bunt. So 1-1 count here. The pitch in the dirt. It gets by, but Barrett gets there in time. So 2-1 count now. Runners on second and third with no outs with Ridley still hitting.
Yeah, it's getting a little...
Torrens.
A little dangerous.
Julie Torrens, I believe.
Yes.
Did she also pitch in the first game? We broadcasted the game against Ridley early in the year, I believe.
Was that our first broadcast?
It wasn't our first, but it was one of our early ones.
Because Ridley's game, the game against Haverford was Ridley's first game of the year. It was their season opener. I think it was at home for them. So I don't think we broadcasted this.
I thought we did broadcast it. Maybe we did.
Yeah, it was at home for Ridley.
I swore I remember that name, but maybe not. Either way.
Maybe she has a doppelganger somewhere else in the Central League.
2-2 count. No outs. That ball hit foul down the third baseline. Would have scored at least one if it was fair. Swung on, hit hard in the left field. Ardizzi off the glove. She'll throw it down the third, but off there too. And that's going to be an RBI double for Torrens. Oh, and she did the Dubal Herrera bull horns, which have aged quite poorly. And that will knock in a run. So,
that's unfortunate for Ardizzi, though. she almost had that one. That one was in her clutches. It just kind of took a bad bounce out of her glove. She couldn't really.
Well, she kind of lunged for it a little.
I think it hit her glove. So I think what happened is by the time she hit it, she didn't have time to, squeeze it and really grab it before it bounced back out.
Well, and what I think is also interesting about that is, or at least for me, it sort of seemed like she dove after it was already in her glove.
No,
Like
she was definitely diving before it happened.
Well, either way, a run scored. Still
also she's made almost that exact place this year at second base. So
that is fair. So runners on second and third, no outs here. That one hit off the hands in the center. Kent makes the catch.
Oh, they're
She'll throw home in time. The tag is applied in a great play by Kenton Barrett. The absolute cannon from center field there.
That was a really, really good throw.
And an absolutely insane tag from Morgan Barrett, too.
Yeah.
Just in front of the plate and sort of spun around. Obviously not the largest wingspan, but still did a great job applying the swipe tag there. So that'll be 2 outs now, and only a runner on third for Ridley.
Yeah, that was a big moment. I think that's kind of that swings the momentum back in Haverford's favor just a little bit in this inning.
I believe that was Gordon hitting. Now McMenamin tries the bunt, but bunted straight back. I still don't know why they're trying to bunt. Is throwing a lot of not really buntable. Like, they're hitting. They're hitting.
And they also, I will say, this isn't like a mean thing, but they don't really look like they're the best bunting team. A lot of their stances when they're getting ready to bunt are very like rudimentary.
Well, it seems very quick. Like they're sort of just, they're not trying to show bunt, obviously.
Yeah.
But
it just doesn't look like there is something they're used to.
And that one in the dirt, so that'll be ball 1.
Like, I think she was actually supposed to show bunt there.
Yeah.
Because she moves her hand up the barrel pretty, like, almost as soon as it's
probably
released.
Why Ciachetto buried it, obviously.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is now they're hitting off her. Like, they're getting good contact. Even those two that, like, the one by Ayerdizi that could have been caught and the one by Kent that was caught, that's still strong contact to the outfield. I don't know. 2-1 count now. 2 outs, runner on third. Ridley has scored 1 this inning. The pitch. Ooh, way off speed there. And that'll be for ball 3. So 3-1 count now. 2 outs. Runner on third. McMenamin. The pitch. She hits that one hard in the left center. And off the wall. 1 run will score. Kent throws it down to short to the cutoff. And a perfect throw to the cutoff, but that's an RBI double.
Yeah.
And the runner from third will score. Ridley will score their second run of the game.
Yeah, if she could have gotten to that ball a little bit quicker with that kind of throw, she almost would have had a chance getting her out at second.
Up to hit the cleanup, McLaughlin. The pitch, that one up high, ball 1. One-0 count. 2 outs, runner on second for Ridley. McLaughlin hitting. That one ripped hard. And that one will go to the wall. Another run will score for Ridley. And the throw to second over the cutoff, off the bag. Another RBI double for Ridley. And the bats have started to show up.
They did the bullhorns again.
I mean, I get that was also the Reese Hoskins thing that was also a little bit last year, but I'll always remember it as the
me too.
Odubel Herrera celebration.
I feel like they should have just let that die. Just a little bit.
That one hit.
Oh, Shannon Gavigan,
Great
man.
Jumping catch for Gavigan there, and that will end the inning. 3-run score for Ridley, but Fords still have a 1-run lead here, and we will head to the bottom of the third. Fords up 4-3. And we're back. Maddie Culbertson leading it off for the Fords. Due up, Culbertson, Ardisi, and Hubley. The first pitch to Culbertson. Low, ball 1.
Oh, this is a new pitcher.
Oh, no, it's the same pitcher. That one hit in the shallow right. So Culbertson will get on base with a nice single there.
Someone just looks different.
I believe, yeah, that is the same pitcher.
Yeah.
So
switching something up because that was different. That was funky.
Anyway, that's a single for Culbertson. Lucy Ardisi up to hit. Got hit in the elbow last time. The pitch. She shows bunt off. I think that bounced off the catcher. That will be strike 1. I don't even think she made contact with that, but she threw the bat down and ran anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if...
Run on anything, right? Yeah. Well, runner on first now. 1 strike to Ardisi.
Oh, Coach Newman's back at first base. We can start our count of whether or not he catches the elbow guards.
The pitch. Down the middle there. Ardisi will take strike 2.
Not happy about it. I think she thought it was inside, but it was.
It did look down the middle from our.
Yeah,
perspective.
it was kind of lobbed in there.
Yeah, we can't really tell horizontally where the ball is, but swung on and missed. Ardisi will strike out on 3 pitches. Up to hit Sarah Hubley. Runner on first still for the Fords. 1 out. Corner infielders in once again.
Their center fielder is so far in.
Well, because nobody, again, that gap, there's a massive gap between the second base bag and the shortstop. Shortstop's really playing like directly in the middle of that third base short hole. First pitch is a strike.
Yeah, I guess it's just must be them anticipating the slap. But, I mean, even then, this seems dramatic.
Well, yeah, because if the ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, she would need to really send it for a ride to cause real problems. But they're very backed up, basically, is what we're looking at right now. The pitch, way up high. Culbertson gave it a little look, but didn't run down. So 1-1 count here, 1 out.
Oh, now the second baseman's moved all the way over, too?
Well, second baseman seems like she's moved over. I think most likely to try to hold the steal. She'll probably jog or jump back over once the pitch comes. And that one hit right to her. Well, perfect placement. Oh, and the throw off there. So Culbertson will be safe. Runners at first and second.
This is just
perfect outcome for the Fords today.
Yeah. I mean, I said something about where the second baseman was, but she was in perfect position.
Right there for the ball. Wasn't hit too strong
It's just really not this shortstop's day.
Well, and a nice try at turning two there. That was
better.
Yeah. She kind of stood on top of the bag, which is a weird placement because these bags are, if these are the bags I'm thinking they are, they're kind of like rubbery.
Yeah, they're rubbery.
So they bounce. It's like weird.
They actually they sink when you step your foot in. They drop a little bit.
Yeah.
Which,
I remember it not being very much fun. But either way, that means Fords have runners on first and second with 1 out, and Morgan Barrett up to hit. Oh, no, Lexi Vesco is DHing. Potentially because Morgan's the catcher. Not sure. The pitch to Vesco. Low and in the dirt.
Oh, she should have gone.
The throw back to second. Really nice grab, though, by the second baseman. That one died quickly.
Yeah.
And she was, like, standing way up there.
She could have made that.
Oh, 100%. If they went, they probably had a chance. Well, Hubley definitely has the speed.
Yeah,
Hubley has the speed.
She would have been there, but
I still think Culbertson would have been safe.
Agreed.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Vesco fouls it off the top. The pitch hit back up the middle, and that's going to get in the outfield. Culbertson is going to score. Hubley's going to come home, obviously.
Most definitely.
Vesco with a nice wide turn there, and 2 runs are in. Fords are going to go up 6-3. Nice job just staying in there, keeping her hands in.
Yeah, I mean, when Lexi Vesco hasn't gotten too many at-bats this season, but when she does, she capitalizes big time. Are we going to see a pitching change?
Well, up to
Possibly?
hit. Well, yeah, up to hit. Kylie Ingram once again, top of the order. So, Ford's in good shape here to just have reestablished the 3-run lead. Needs one more to make up for the runs they gave up in that last inning. Would be surprised if...
Oh?
No.
No, yeah.
So, pitcher stays in, but now Morgan Barrett, who was supposed to hit, is now running at second for Vesco. So, not sure at all
What's going
what
on
there
here?
could have potentially been something with maybe visiting a trainer. Potentially.
Yeah.
But either way now, 1 out runner on second with Kylie Ingram up to hit. Top of the order has been absolutely mashing the ball today.
Mm-hmm. I think if Kylie can get a good slap off, this would be good.
The pitch, low and away, ball 1.
Looks like she's going swing for the fences, though.
I think that's the right strategy anyway. The outfielders are not playing her deep in the slightest. I think
They're definitely not playing as close as they were for Sarah Hubley, though.
No. Fouled back. So 1-1 count.
I can't get over that Sarah Hubley formation. It was crazy.
Full forward for everyone there.
Yeah.
Completely selling out for the...
There were huge gaps everywhere. I mean, they got lucky that Sarah Hubley managed to hit it to the one spot there was a person.
And that one bunted. Great by Ingram. Nobody's covering first in time. And both runners are safe. That's a single. And Ingram just ran it out there, completely negated any chance of a throw. So runners on the corners now, 1 out for Shannon Gavigan.
Hey, if you can say anything about this Haverford offense, they are a masterclass in bunting. Every bunt we've seen this season has been absolutely incredible.
As well as infield hits, they're very fast.
Yeah.
And they're very good at capitalizing on some defensive miscues there. I don't know why the first baseman came all the way in for Ridley on that one, as it died just a few feet in front of home.
Yeah.
But runners on the corners now. Ingram should be off to the races a second there. But even with maybe with Gavigan up, you don't, in case the ball's hit in the air. Maybe you just...
Nah, you run.
Yeah. I'm
No?
surprised.
She's not going?
Nothing there. That one in the dirt, but it'll be ball 1. She's going to take the lead, and I'm assuming if the ball gets by the catcher in any sense, she's off.
I mean, I don't even think she needs to. I really don't see Ridley maybe the catcher making that decision on her own, but I cannot see that these Ridley coaches telling them to throw to 2.
The pitch in there for a ball. Sorry. Umpire's reaction has not helped us today in terms of calling balls and strikes. So 2-0 count with 1 out, runners on the corners. The pitch. Ingram steals. The throw down the third, and it gets by. Morgan Barrett is going to get home. And the Fords take a 4-run lead. The throw back to second. Ingram there in
Why
time.
did they throw all the way home when Morgan Barrett had already crossed the plate? That's another just a miscue on Ridley's part here.
Yeah, just another mental miscue, and the Fords go back up by 4 again.
I feel like this game's really important right now because this is kind of almost like a disintegration of Ridley right now, and especially this close to playoffs. This is not what you want to see from Ridley, but it's very good for Haverford because it means that, we're on the up right now.
And that one hit the second. It'll be caught. Gavigan with a little line drive there. So that'll be out number 2, but runner at second with Grace Iachetto up to hit.
Grace had a big hit earlier. The
first pitch to Iachetto swung on and hit, just foul. she got that ball again, but just too early on the swing. That's a good sign for the Fords, though.
Yeah.
If Ciachetto keeps getting down on ball like that.
You know what I just realized? It's still only the third inning.
Yeah, I know. This
is another long game.
Oh, yeah. That one fouled off, a little chop swing there. So 0-2 quickly on Ciachetto with 2 outs, runner on second. Sixers game starting in approximately a half an hour, but because it's the NBA, more like a 45 minutes to an hour.
Devils Hurricanes just started.
Ooh. The pitch. That one skipped in the dirt, so that'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Kylie Ingram at second for the Fords. The pitch. That one bounced. Almost got away, but a really nice play by the Ridley catcher there to keep control of that ball. So 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second. Grace Ciachetto hitting. The pitch. Ciachetto hits that one. Back to short, and she'll be put out at first. Fords leave a runner in scoring position, but they score 3 and extend their lead to 4. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Fords up 7-3. Pitching change here for the Fords. Lucy Wolf will come into pitch, top of the 4th. The first pitch swung on, hit back sharply. Gavigan with a nice play to grab it on the backhand, and she throws it out the first. Shannon Gavigan for Silver Slugger and the Gold Glove this year.
Yeah, I mean, she's missed like I think 1 play this entire season so far. We've broadcasted.
And even then, it's not even half the time. It's more stopping the ball from getting in the outfield, even if the runner is safe at first. It's just a defensive masterclass out there. Up to hit. I can't tell yet. That's number 8 for Ridley. Smith.
Ridley's going to hope to continue the kind of momentum they started at the end of last inning.
And that one low at the knees. So that'll be ball 1 to Smith. Wolf, obviously not obviously, but generally who's pitched more innings this year, I believe.
Yeah, I'd say.
Pretty safely, at least in the games we broadcasted, obviously. The pitch, that one skipped. Nice block by Barrett, though. It doesn't matter because that'll be ball 2. So 2 balls. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. And she'll walk Smith on 4 pitches. And anyway, that's a walk. Runner to first, up to hit. I think that's DeMarco for Ridley. First pitch to DeMarco. In there for a strike. Again, really, well.
That was tops of the knees.
No, I'm not saying that wasn't a strike.
Okay.
It's the delayed reaction by the umpire. It just makes me so...
He's building the anticipation. It's okay.
The pitch tipped off into the glove of Barrett. Great job by Barrett there. We can hold on to that. So 0-2 count now. Wolf, after walking a batter on 4, has already gotten the batter down 0-2. Went out runner on first for Ridley. The pitch swung on and missed. Got her with the off speed there. Looked like it dropped a little bit. Started up high and came down just a little bit. So that'll be a strikeout for Wolf for first of this game.
Yes.
2 outs now. Runner on first still and up to hit. Number 25, Benedetto for Ridley. She'll step off the mound as the batter looked like she called time there.
I think the umpire might have called time. He was adjusting his mask.
Oh, that's also possible. I couldn't see him in my little blind spot there. The pitch. Low again, 1 ball.
Yeah, this is not very typical for Lucy Wolf. Usually her specialty is kind of locating pitches. She's very good at hitting the 4 corners, but looks like she's really going for speed tonight.
That one fouled off. Runner on first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Only the top of the 4th here. The pitch. The bunt. She'll bunt it foul. So that'll be strike 2. She's got to swing now. 2 outs, runner on first.
Yeah, once again, I didn't even think she was going to make contact with that. She was way over it. It just barely scraped.
Well, I'm interested
bottom.
when you have a pitcher who, like Wolf so far, has not really been able to locate that upper part of the zone. Just swung on and missed there. She'll strike out her 2nd batter in a row. That will end the top of the 4th. But as I was saying, Wolf, before that last pitch, was not really able to find the top of that zone. So why do you try to bunt it there instead of just trying to golf it? Like, that's what
that was, well, I mean, that's just bad setup on the bunter's part. I feel like even then you should know to kind of, if you haven't gotten a pitch above your waist, you shouldn't be putting your butt or your bunt.
Especially since she looked like she tried to go straight down instead of pushing it.
Yeah, it was
just a poor attempt there. But either way, we will head to the bottom of the 4th. Ford's up 7-3, and we'll be back shortly. Leading off for the Fords here in the top of the 4th, Annabelle Canese hit that home run in the 1st inning. The first pitch, up high, ball 1.
Yeah, fun little tidbit. She's one of the only people on the team that wears batting gloves.
It's like the home run magic.
Yeah.
The pitch, off speed, high, so that should be ball 2, and it is. 2-0 count now. No runners on, no outs. The pitch to Knazy. Swung on, golfed, hit the short. Shortstop makes the play. The throw to first beats Knazy by about a step, and that'll be a leadoff out for the Fords. Up to hit Megan Kent.
She really golfed for that one. That was, I mean, if she was going golfing, that would have been an incredible drive, but didn't really work out tonight.
Harsh.
I mean, it was pretty good. If you're talking
That's true.
golf
Actually,
etiquette, yeah.
So 1 out now. Megan Kent up to hit. No runners on. Corners in, or at least the first baseman in. No, both corners are in, which is a little surprising for Kent.
Where'd she hit her last one?
Thought that was the one where she hit. Didn't she hit shallow center? Last at bat where she got on base. I think she might have. Well, we have stats. Why don't we look at the stats?
Do the stats tell us?
It should. Fouled back. Yeah, Kent has a single. Oh no, Kent has no hits apparently. I think because I think it was an error, right? Oh no, it's a walk and a strikeout, according to the stat sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pitch. Low, that'll be a ball, so I think it's 1-1 now. Going off the scoreboard, 1 out. No runners on.
Why are they in? I mean, they've backed up a little bit since we said that, but
Yeah, they were really in the
their
start.
right fielder is horrifyingly deep.
The pitch up high. Ball 2. 2-1 count now.
These configurations by Ridley are just so interesting. I mean, they haven't really done them wrong yet necessarily, but like very, very interesting.
It might just be perspective, but from where it looks like there's a big gap between the shortstop and the third base.
No, there is.
Third baseman. And second baseman's playing more in that middle range, which I think they're basically saying Megan's likely to push it right.
Yeah, which
3-1 count now, which is
if they've done their homework, they know that's well, no, she hit a huge foul to the left.
yeah.
So what are they doing?
Yeah,
Because their left fielder's kind of playing in almost a little compared to where everyone else
hugging
is.
the line, yeah. Oh, and that one's called a strike. Kent was she'll strike out there. There were 2 strikes. My apologies. So that's 2 outs now. With Maddie Culbertson up to hit. Kent was almost certain she was walking there, but
I mean, I kind of agreed with her, but
yeah. Well, either way, 2 outs now, no runners on. Maddie Culbertson up to hit. The first pitch. Culbertson goes golfing there and misses.
3 batters in a row.
Yeah.
That's
She's
that feels like a jitters thing right now.
Throw some off-speed, low pitches. Well, yeah, it's sort of like a everybody hits type strategy now.
Yeah.
That's why Fords rightfully are being very aggressive with the bats. The pitch.
Inside, I believe.
I believe that was, high. It looked a little high as well. So, ball 1, I think. The pitch to Culbertson. Fouls it off the plate. That should be 1-2 now with 2 outs. No runners on for the Fords.
That one looked like it hurt. It kind of hit the inside part of her bat, and then it was a little low, too. She shook her hands after she did it, too, and it's cold. And she's not wearing batting gloves.
1-2. 2 outs, no runners on. The pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees.
Ooh, that's...
He has not given anyone that call.
Well, no, there was one time earlier this game where I had said it looked like it hit the shins rather than the knees, and that was another one where it, to me, that was a confident across the shins, but...
Well, either way, 2 Fords strike out there, and we will head to the top of the 5th. And we'll be back in just a moment. Up to hit. Top of the order for Ridley. That's Torrance. Wolf back in the pitch. Nobody scored any runs in that inning. And in that inning. The first pitch. That one hit hard in the left. It will get past Ardisi. Bounces off the wall. She's going to get to at least 2, and she'll hold up there as a nice cutoff hit. But that's a leadoff double on one pitch for Torrance. Up to hit Gordon.
Yeah, this top of the lineup's really producer. Oh, she did it again.
So again, Gordon up to hit for Ridley. No outs, runner on second. The pitch. Up high, that'll be ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, you have to give this Ridley team some credit. They know how to get hype. They are very loud.
1-0 count. The pitch. That one in there. Called a strike. There you go.
That was real good. That was kind of the pinnacle Lucy Wolf. That one was slightly off speed. Right across the line. Right across the waist.
The pitch from Wolf. That one skips. Barrett does a nice job blocking that one. So 2-1 count now. Wolf again just looked a little bit off so far.
Yeah, you can kind of tell it's something. It doesn't just feel right. Because the pitches aren't awful. But they're not what they usually are.
That one hit in the air. It's going to get caught by Kent in center field. And a fantastic diving play by Megan Kent.
That's 2 huge plays for Megan Kent in center field so far this game.
Not only does Shannon Gavigan deserve that gold glove, Megan Kent in center field this game absolutely performing fantastically as another fantastic defensive play for Megan Kent. And that potentially saved the run, because if she dove and missed that, the run scores easily there. 1 out now with, that is McMenamin hitting. I believe that first pitch was a strike.
Okay,
good. 0-1 count. Runner at second with 1 out now after the very good Megan Kent defensive play. The pitch up high. Ball 1.
I mean, this whole defense is kind of just a walking highlight reel this year.
The pitch fouled off. Looked like she made her motion to swing a little early, and then the pitch was off speed, so kind of just threw her bat at it and found it back.
Yeah. She was also off. It hit the tops of her bats, too, so...
1-2 count. 1 out now. Runner on second. The pitch in the dirt. 2-2 count. 1 out. Runner on second for Ridley. The pitch. Swung on, hit into left field, and it's going to drop in front of Ardisi. But questionable play by Torrance there at second, or questionable running decision. Unless you think
No, she definitely should have stayed. I think
that looked like it was hitting the no man's land and was dropping quickly. I think at this point, you're down by 4 with 1 out in the top of the 5th. I think it's time to be a little aggressive on the base pass. That's the way I look at it.
I mean, I do understand where she's coming from, though, because you've seen Ardisi dive for several balls already this game, and then also she's a very, very good cutoff thrower.
Yeah. Swung on and missed there, or tipped back at least by McLaughlin. But what I'm saying is more of she should at least taken a lead.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
her leads are
even if
minimal.
Ardisi caught it, the chances of her gunning her out at second are unlikely. I feel like she could have probably taken third there. And that one fouled off. Weird little, which I haven't noticed about McLaughlin's batting just sort of stance and swing. She kind of swings her back foot out instead of like keeping it. At least on that pitch, she did. She didn't really.
She squashes the bug very aggressively. It's kind of.
It wasn't even squash. She like picked it up like a. And strike 3. That time she tried to squash the bug, but wasn't enough. That'll be on number 2. Yeah.
Original, the one you're talking about. I think that's kind of why that swing didn't hit the way she wanted to, because she probably lost her balance a little bit.
Yeah, I just.
Because you're right. She turns very, very aggressively, and she definitely keeps her foot up.
And the pitch, that one fouled off down the line.
Not towards our cars. It's all right, Thomas.
Just missed the car. I just missed somebody else's car. Hitting. I think this is Schaefer. 2 outs, 1 strike, and runner on second for the Fords. Done a great job. Oh, sorry, 2 runners on first and second. Fords have done an admirable job defensively this inning. The pitch. Ooh, call it strike 2.
Yes.
Again, that delayed call really
it's giving me
screwing us
heart
up a little bit right now. Yeah.
Because some of those are coming in, and I'm like, why is this not a strike? And then he calls it, but.
No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners on first and second. The pitch popped it up. Watch the cars into the tree. She'll stay alive.
I think this would be the perfect moment for a Lucy Wolf changeup, because that changeup is dangerous.
Yeah, let's see. Well, let's see if she throws anything off speed. That one was not, but it did drop, and it will be fair into right field. 1 run will score. Runners going home. Looks like it was misplayed in right field, and that's going to allow 2 runs to score. Ridley's going to make this a 5-7 game there. I at least couldn't see right field. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
It looked like Ingram in right field, it sort of rolled away from her.
Yeah, right field is probably the most potholey of all of the outfield. So I did see her kind of reaching for it in several different potholes. So my guess is it kind of spun a little bit.
Yeah. Well, either way now, that's going to mean that was a bases clearing double for Schaefer, and up to hit now, I believe that is Senko. So 2 outs, runner on second. The pitch hit back to Wolf, and she'll get the put out at first. That will end the inning, but Ridley scores 2. Ford's still up, though, 7-5, as we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Here we are in the bottom of the 5th now. The first pitch, I think that is Lucy Wolf hitting.
Ooh.
Who was hitting for Gracie Achetto, we're assuming. So first pitch fouled that one back.
We haven't seen her hit much this season. I think we saw her hit possibly our first broadcast that she pitched.
The pitch, the Wolf. Off the plate, ball 1. 1-1 count. The pitch. Wolf hits that one. And it's going to drop in right field. She'll at least get one. She's getting sent to 2. That one in the right field corner.
She might get 3.
She's coming 3. Nice cutoff. But the throw down the third, not in time. And, oh, nice play by the third baseman. Looked like a wide receiver there. And that will hold Wolf at third. But still a leadoff triple for the Fords. So, pinch runner coming out to run.
This is not.
Her hair is covering her number. And I still cannot see who it is. It looks like it's...
No, this is Sarah Hubley up right now, so she was hitting for Lucy Ardizzi.
Oh. Okay, well, whatever double switch thing Coach Newman has done meant that Lucy Wolf just hit for Sarah Hubley.
No. She just hit for Lucy Ardizzi.
Who now I believe that's who just came out to run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that's why he was over there talking for so long.
That is why he was over there talking for so long. Because that also happened with Barrett.
Yeah.
With Vesco. Well, we'll see. Hubley tried to bunt there, but might have fouled it off, but didn't matter. It's strike 1.
They're not doing the strange formation this time around.
Oh. Yeah, that might not be Lucy Ardizzi at third.
I guess we'll figure it out when they come home.
The pitch. Bunt shown. Strike 2. I believe that is Maya Hubley at third, actually.
Oh, the little sister.
Yeah, who we haven't seen at all this year. JV swing player. So 2 strikes to Sarah Hubley, who's hitting. And they're going to say she didn't swing. So Hubley stays alive. 1-2 count now. No outs, runner on third.
The outfield is essentially playing a second infield right now.
The pitch to Hubley. Oh, and she'll stay alive. I thought that one looked good. But again, with the slapping players, they just run so far for late, especially Hubley. She goes way out,
yeah.
which makes it hard to really tell if it's a strike or not.
I think the issue with that one is I think that one was outside.
Yeah.
Because I believe what happened with that.
So 2-2 now. No outs again. Runner on third. The pitch to Hubley. She'll hit it down the third base line. They'll look her back.
Ooh.
And Hubley will be out at first, and the runner stays at third.
Smith almost dropped that. That almost fell right out of her glove.
Nice play by the third baseman there, though. Mm-hmm. Morgan Barrett.
Back to
Up to
hitting.
hit now. This time.
It was Lexi Vesco last time. It's Morgan Barrett this time. Very far forward in the box. Holy smokes. She is outrageously far forward.
She's showing bunt, and that's a
that would be
perfect
why.
bunt. They're going to come home, though. Oh, and Hubley at third is in a pickle. She's coming home.
She's fast enough to beat this.
No, she got caught there. Barrett got the second, though. The throwback, the second, not in time. Time called. Well-placed bunt, but the triple all for naught there.
I think when Hubley was doing that little toying kind of towards the middle of the line, I think if she would have just took off, she would have made it.
But yeah, if she went off as soon as the bunt was down, there's potential.
Yeah. Well, no, I think even she's fast enough that if you, because when you kind of start to close in when you're in that those runoffs, it's very easy if she's running around.
Just go
if she
around.
can take off fast enough, there's nobody covering home. Well, nobody good enough essentially.
Now that's Allie Daly, who's going to be running for Barrett at second, and the top of the order, Kylie Ingram up to hit.
Top of the order has been very good this game.
The pitch. Low, ball 1. Ford's really missing an opportunity there, though. I mean, that runner on third, just an unfortunate play there with the rundown, and
There's a huge gap between shortstop and third again.
popped up, and it'll be foul. Oh yeah,
What are they? I'm so confused.
their shifts are a little interesting because they don't shift
Well,
always to the batters. Like
They almost have the second baseman playing baseball style right now.
yeah, they don't really shift to the batter's side. That's like they're
just kind of walking.
The pitch to Ingram on the 1-1 count. Outside, so ball 2-1 count now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have headphones on too, but I haven't seen any indication to move from the dugouts or anything, so.
Yeah.
They're a winning team, though, so maybe they've just got it down to a science at this point of the season, but.
2-1 count, I'm sorry. 2 outs, runner on second. See, Ingram with the nice hit. She's going to run.
Oh.
And they're going to say she was off the
she
bag.
jumped!
The runner scored.
That's.
I did not think her foot left that bag there, but
Well,
it didn't matter.
That's why
because
my reaction.
Yeah, Daly got home there. I saw her jump for it, but Ingram's going to get a RBI there.
Yeah, that's one of those things where if you're the first baseman, you're kind of like, well, I felt the bottoms of my spikes touching the bag, and you're like, well, is that really you being on the bag? Because it's kind of when you're jumping and you're like, yeah.
I thought she sort of reached up for it more than jumped, but it did look like she did a little bunny hop, but I didn't think she got high enough off the ground to constitute. I thought it was more of like a one-leg little...
Oh, no, she jumped with both legs. It was both legs off the ground.
Either way there, Ingram showing the speed to beat
I mean,
that
we're not
one
going to
out.
complain.
Yeah. Fords will go up 8-5.
Oh, I think the coaches are asking the umpires to convene. Oh!
Did they just say she was out?
Yeah, he just called her out.
Oh, wow. So the run's going to come back then. It's going to make it 7-5.
Coach Newman was not happy with that. He had an immediate reaction to that one.
I don't know how you review something like that without that's a umpire's confer, but that's what
I also, my opinion, that was coming from the umpire.
Who was at second? No, who's
No.
at third? They were in the third base shortstop.
No, the umpire who's currently.
Oh, there's an ump. Are there 3 umps? Oh, there are 3 umps.
Yeah, that was coming from the umpire behind first, who made the official out. Yeah. It was the original out came from the umpire standing on the third.
Original safe, yeah.
Yeah, or the original
third
safe,
short
yeah.
area, second base.
Yeah.
Covering all those.
In my opinion.
You go with that first base umpire, right?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he's the one.
I get what you're saying. He's the closest, yeah.
And that's what I said. That's the reason why I said that. I thought she looked like that first baseman today. Okay, kept her tippy toes. She didn't really jump. That's why she kind of just more like did a little hop and was just off, which is clearly what the umps thought. I still don't know how you overturn that.
Yeah, I don't.
In that scenario, because
I also don't understand why that the umpire at shortstop was the one making that decision to begin with. Because I think what happened was the umpire at first base pointed to the umpire at shortstop to make the call.
To confer the call, yeah.
Yeah. So, how did we end up here?
How did we end up with enough to overrule it? Clearly, Ridley's coach went over and said, "Nah, she's out," because that's you saw her talking to her. Yeah,
he's having a little chum right now. Not saying that this is like them cheating or anything, but
either way, we're now in the top of the 6th. No brief break there as Ridley's only down by 2. Lucy Wolf picks up the tempo on that pitch, and she'll blow it right by her. Strike 1.
Yeah, when Lucy Wolf can get her speed and her location right, it's I really don't think there's any pitcher like her right now in the Central League.
The pitch fouled down the first base line. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch, that one fouled back. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch swung on and missed. That was Smith, who will strike out swinging there. So 1 out now. Up to hit DeMarco.
I don't think the mics can pick it up, but the Ridley dugout has somehow moved from chanting to barking. Is where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's interesting decision there. So swung on and missed, strike 1 there. Wolf is Wolf looks like she's
settled in.
back into her groove. Yeah. Oh, and that one hit but that's a towering pop up. And Megan Kent, who's been stellar all game defensively, settles under it. That'll be out number 2. If Wolf can make quick work of this inning, that is the basically perfect outcome for them here.
Oh, definitely. And I think as long as she's comfortable, I think that's kind of what the issue is, because the mound at Genthert specifically, the way the dirt moves, it's very easy to create holes. Mm-hmm. So, and she doesn't really put her foot down. She's not a...
And that one hit back up the middle in the left field. That will be a double, no single. She didn't look to turn 2 there. Definitely could have, because a little bit of a fielding baffle at the end of that play. That was Benedetto. So, top of the order. I believe that's Torrance who'll be hitting. Runner on first, 2 outs now. Ridley's got 4 outs to try to come back in this game. The pitch, the bunt shown. Strike to throw down to second. Not in time. Nobody really covering second there either.
Yeah.
Gavigan made a nice job coming over.
Really nice job. She almost got that tag down.
The pitch in the dirt. She's going to get the third. Barrett can't throw it in time.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not really Barrett's fault. It rolled in between the batters. You can't really do anything about it.
The pitch. That one skipped again. Good job by Barrett to block it, though. Absolutely fundamental there, because last thing the Fords need is someone stealing home. Two balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runner on third. Top of the 6th here. Fords up by 2. The pitch. Hit really hard in the center field, and that one's going to go all the way to the fence. Kent gets there and will throw it in to the cutoff, but that's an RBI double for Torrance. I think that's her second of the game.
I think that's her third.
Third? Maybe it might be her third. Definitely her third double, but I thought that was her second RBI double.
Oh, it might be the second RBI
Yeah.
double, yeah.
Either way, another fantastic hit for Torrance, the leadoff there. But up to hit now Gordon, who I don't really think has had less than a stellar day at the plate.
I believe she had 1 big hit.
Currently, she has had nothing. She's just been out, apparently. According to the stats, which, I think,
right.
yeah. Well, 2 outs now, runner at second. Ridley within 1.
I feel like this is the most kind of emotion we've seen from Lucy Wolf on the mound all year.
Pitch that one low. Ball 1.
Because usually she's very, very calm, cool, and collected, and she's holding her composure right now, but I think you can kind of tell in, like, I don't know how to describe it, but her windup seems significantly faster than it usually is, and she doesn't seem to be taking the time she usually does.
And that one, a heater right down the middle. That'll be strike 1. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. You presume Torrance is stealing if the ball gets by Barrett in any capacity. The pitch. Hit back to second. I think that's Gracie Achetto. She switched the second there. And she'll record the out. So that will end the inning. Ridley scores 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Fords up 7-6. Top of the 6th. Starting right now. Leading off for the Fords. I think that is... Yeah, is that Shannon Gavigan? I think it is. Window's quite blurry.
Number
Yep,
3. Yep,
that is Shannon Gavigan. So, 1 ball to Gavigan to start off this at-bat. The pitch. In there for a strike.
I feel like night has really officially fallen on this game. Because it got dark very quickly.
1-1 count. Gavigan swings and tipped it. What sounded like, but now we strike 2. One-two count now. Gavigan. The pitch. Ooh, called strike 3. That one looks high and inside. But it doesn't matter. Gracie Achetto. Well, called strike 3 anyway, so Gracie Achetto coming up to hit now.
That's interesting.
First pitch to Achetto. She hits that one, drives it, but center fielder tracking it well, and it'll be caught. Out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th here. Up to hit, Annabelle Canesi. Looking to get the Fords offense going again, add some insurance runs here. Just try to extend that lead a little bit. Don't make Lucy Wolf come out and have to pitch with that 1-run lead.
I mean, we're at a reverse what happened earlier in the season with Ridley. Earlier in the season, Ridley walked off to win 7-6, and right now the Fords winning 7-6.
The pitch. Ooh, Canesi with a big swing that just misses.
Shoot, Don, on that
Oh,
one,
yeah.
that's every
at bat.
Yeah.
0-1 count. 2 outs, no runners on for the Fords. Canesi hits that one, and it's going to drop. She'll get the first. And an Annabelle Canesi single with 2 outs to get Megan Kent up to hit.
I wouldn't make Kent's best day.
No. But
I feel like there's always hope with Megan Kent just because she is such a power hitter. And pretty much with the exception of today, she hits very, very consistently to the outfield.
an outfield hit would be big. I think that is Maya Hubley is getting another chance to run the bases there.
If Megan Kent can just drop one in right where she usually does in
Shallow center field,
I
yeah.
can't say that word. That would be very good because Maya, much like her sister Sarah, is very, very fast.
2 outs, runner on first. Torrance still needs to pitch it. The first pitch to Kent, swung on and missed. Feet were a little high then.
I mean, I know it's swinging aggressively, but I feel like the whole team kind of needs to take a breath because I feel like everyone's just a little too antsy. They're like just seconds ahead of it. They just kind of need to slow their whole motion down, kind of just take a breath.
No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs with a runner on first here for the Fords. Bottom of the 6th. The pitch. That one inside is going to bounce off the glove, and Hubley's going to get the second. Didn't even need the slide there. Jumped it so well. Well, quickly, while we're doing a little break here, as Ridley's coach comes all the way out to complain. I'm assuming she's trying to claim, I bet she's trying to claim Hubley left early.
Oh, most definitely.
But quickly, while we have had a brief intermission, I'd like to give a birthday shout out to the great Thompson Toohill.
Woo!
Yeah, that's not much to
HSM's own.
speaks for himself there. Yeah, he doesn't.
One of the very best.
One of the very best to do it. And swung on and missed. That'll be strike 2. 1-2 count now. I will say it probably doesn't help Kent's groove if they have to wait a minute and a half for the opposing coach to come out and whine to the umpires.
I would not be surprised if every time my Huntley steals, she makes that claim because I both Huntley's good, but mine especially gets very, very good leads. She jumps almost perfectly.
The pitch, that one up high. Ball 2.
Coach Newman, man, he cracks me up. He's just so energized all the time.
2-2 count to making Kent. 2 outs. Runner on second. The pitch. Kent pops it up.
Oh, it's going to drop.
And that one's way foul. So Kent stays alive.
You know, I think we might see one of those off speeds and horns right now. Can't guarantee it'll be a good one because we have seen a lot of them
That is sort
hit
of
the ground.
Yeah, well, a lot have hit the ground, and a few have basically been lobs, but the other ones have been absolutely killer. And the pitch. She'll hold, and that will be ball 3.
Ooh.
Risky take base now. Those first 2 out bats ended, but either way there.
It's so hard to gauge the reaction of the crowd right now because there's some large group screaming every time anything happens at this point.
So full count now. Runner on second. Pitch to Kent. It's going to be in the dirt. Hubley's going to get back to second in time. Both runners safe. Not really. They're super close to down the second.
Yeah, that felt like kind of unnecessary. But I mean,
that's just to keep her in check. You know.
Yeah.
Center fielder backed that one up enough for. I don't think she was. So now runners on first and second for Maddie Culbertson.
She's got a couple big RBIs this season. It has been a fairly inconsistent season, I'll call it that. When the moments are there, she hits big, but...
First pitch. Swung and missed, I believe. Yeah, that mirror, or this window got real foggy the second the lights came on and turned dark.
Maya Hubley was taking gigantic leads.
The pitch on the 0-1 count, up high, ball 1. Culbertson, well, all the past few Fords batters have really worked that count. Really what they need to do to try to keep themselves, or trying to add on some runs now with 2 outs still. Torrance, the pitch, delivers. Culbertson swung on, and I think she tipped it down. But either way, it's a foul ball. So 1-2 now, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Fords. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Culbertson will strike out and leave 2 runners on board. We will head to the top of the 7th. Fords having 1-run lead here. And we'll be back momentarily. Top of the 7th. Here we go, Moira. 1-run game here. Lucy Wolf still on the mound and leading off for Ridley. Number 11, McMiniman. That's strike 1, I believe. 0-1 count now.
Yeah, the Fords are going to be looking for a stellar inning from Lucy Wolf, if not a very good one, so they can try and get some defensive plays.
0-1 count. The pitch. Away and in the dirt. Ball 1. One count now. No outs. Ford's up by 1 run here in the top of the 7th. The pitch. Popped it up. Back foul. Over the safety cage. Into the street. So 1-2 count here. Which is a good start for the Fords. Good advantage for Lucy Wolf in this at-bat. Just stabbed myself with one of the trophies in here. That one in the dirt again, ball 2. Wolf really trying to get her to chase something here. Does not want to give her anything to hit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's not even just tonight. That's usually her go-to. She's very good at getting people to chase usually. This Ridley team has been rock solid, though.
Pitch swung on and missed. She'll strike her out. Up to hit now for Ridley. McLaughlin, who's had, I believe, a relatively solid game. Jake. Never mind. First pitch. Ball 1. 1-0 count, 1 out, no runners on. The pitch swung on and missed. That'll be strike 1.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, Lucy Wolf, when she places them, they're placed immaculately. That one came in inside line, almost just the top of the box, too. So
1-1 count now, 1 out, no runners on. The pitch from Wolf popped it up, just in the shallow right. They don't talk, and it falls. The throw back to first. Canazy's gonna get her! And a running miscue completely by Ridley there.
And that Ridley coach knew it immediately. He pretty much called that.
In shallow right field, Ciachetto and Ingram did not communicate. One, it looked like Ciachetto kind of caught the ball, and then Ingram knocked it out of her glove.
I think their gloves were side by side.
Yeah, they sort of smacked out of one.
Fell into one glove and then fell into the other and fell to the ground.
But either way, then an absolute laser to Kanazy at first for the out. Costly mistake by Ridley in the first pitch, though. To Schaefer will be a ball. Either way, that's killer. If you're Ridley, that's absolutely tragic.
That's the play you're going to go home and run laps for.
The pitch. Just high. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs now. No runners on. Ford's up by 1 here in the top of the 7th. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. No runners on. Ford's in a relatively basic defensive formation here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my question. It just came out wrong. That one popped up in the left center. She settled under and she makes the catch. Howda's holding her breath there for a second as she stumbled backwards. Fords will win 7-6 here in the top of the 7th. Fantastic defensive performance and a great show of the bats early in this game. And the Fords take it here at Kemper Field. And we will be back with interviews, I'm assuming, very shortly.
Okay, I am joined here with Megan Kent, our center fielder. So tell me what it was like making those plays in center field today. They were really big and very important moments.
It felt good because I kind of wanted to redeem myself with the 2 strikeouts I had, but I don't know. I just felt like I needed to do that.
Yeah, and so what's your mindset going into center field? Because you've been playing incredibly all year. What kind of makes you better when you're out there?
I sing to myself. I know that's really hard to say, but I don't know. I just try to keep my mind off the stressful and pressure part of it.
Yeah, all right. Well, good job tonight.
Thank you. I don't know where to stick this.
Okay, and I'm joined here by Annabelle Canese. Obviously, you had that huge home run tonight. Just talk us through how that went and just what your mindset was stepping into the batter's box.
I really just wanted to get a base hit, anything to get the team runs. I knew I had to get some RBIs in, so I was really just trying to focus on what I learned on my lesson last night and just try to hit the ball.
All right, and how did it feel having all your teammates come out and get so excited for that home run?
I mean, it was great. It was my first of the year, which
Woo!
kind of been slacking, but it's fine. Yeah, it was a great feeling.
All right, well, congratulations and good job
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Fords win 7-6 in the top of the 7th. And we will see you for our next game, and thank you.
All right, roll forwards.